Let's get started. Welcome, welcome everybody. So we're gonna do a series here. So if you're signed up, you'll get a video every Tuesday, or you'll get on the Zoom every Tuesday. Uh, we do them every Tuesday at 6:30 Central Standard Time, and it's a 17 chapter series that we're gonna do, and each chapter has three or four PowerPoints in each chapter. So we're gonna go deep into the body shop industry, everything that you need to know about it. And so I actually call this the ultimate startup body shop survival guide. So if you're joining us, welcome. And if you're wondering how do I get signed up, or how do I get in on the Zoom calls, we you can go to stanmedina.com, and you will see a link there to sign up for our Zoom meeting group. But not only does it let you sign up to get into the group, we also have a Q&A before the meeting and after the meeting, depending on how big the group is. Uh, and you also get access to myself and my team to help you with any questions dealing with your business, pretty much 24/7. So just imagine having someone, maybe like a head manager or something working in your business for a little, as I think it's like $99 a month, right? That's what the link is for. But that includes everything. It also includes you access to our recording vault. So every video that we do, every call is going to be recorded and put into the library. So you can go back and watch those videos in case you missed the video, or you weren't able to make it. You can go in there and watch them at night, take some notes. But let's get right into it. So why the body shop industry? And so let's get right into that. So why the body shop industry? And maybe, you're transitioning from a technician to wanting to open a shop. Maybe you just started off, working for your mom and pop shop, and you're trying to convert and get them to kind of think bigger again, right? Maybe you're just not sure, like, what does the body shop industry look like, from the outside looking in? Because a lot of times, if you're a technician, you're actually in the business, so you don't really get to see, the size and what it's capable of doing, right? So let's get right into that. So, the overview of the automotive industry. So the reason why I say automotive industry, because the collision shop, or the auto body shop, or painted body shop, whatever you want to call it, is just one section of the automotive industry. So what's cool about that is like there's so many different things you can pivot to in the automotive industry, right? So for example, there's, painted body, right? There's paint, there's body, there's frame, there's mechanic, there's PDR, there's diagnostic, scanning, calibration, like it gets so the electrical, the glass, interior, right? So there's so many different areas within the industry that you can pivot to, that you find your market, and you find your niche, you find out what you're good at, and you find out how you can make money in that area, right? So don't just look at it as like, paint and body. Look at it as all these other areas, and that's on the technical side of it. On the business side of it, there's sales, there's marketing, there's estimating, there's the foreman, there's education. Like there's so much money to be made in the industry. You can pick whichever direction you want to go, right? For example, like a doctor, right? If you say I'm going to be a doctor, you know, you might come to head, oh, well, I don't want to be, I don't want to be that kind of doctor, right? I don't want to be a surgeon. There's also sports doctors, right? There's a bunch of different avenues you can go with being a doctor. So it's the same thing. Okay, what's current and the future opportunities within the auto body industry, right? The current opportunities is that right now there's more work than there is technicians. So there's there's a lot of money to be made because of that, versus like the welding, right? So you see like these guys, they go to welding school, they have certificates, they have all this stuff for welding, but they can't find a job for welding because there's not enough welding jobs. There's more people qualified to weld than there are welders, right? So then what happens is those guys that are qualified welders have to go get a job doing something else, which they never got schooling for. So it sucks, right? The auto body industry and the automotive industry is very different. So there's so much work, because think about it, like vehicles are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. If anything, they're going to get more advanced, and they're going to get more technical. And so the way that to capitalize on that is really start to say, okay, I'm going to go into this industry, but I want to learn everything I can about, calibration, about collision repair, about painting, about estimating, about estimates or supplements, and just kind of like dive into it and understand every aspect of it as much as you can, and you'll start to make a lot of money. Future opportunities, like I said, like the way vehicles are being so advanced and computerized, if you're computer savvy, maybe you're not a hands-on technician and actually can fix anything, but you're very good on computer data, looking up stuff, researching. Uh, you have a lot of value in the auto body and the collision industry as well, because now you can help manage jobs, you can help do estimates, you can do supplements, you can do data research, repair process, repair planning. So there's a whole other side of it that you can actually move into as well. So maybe you're not a very good technician, but you like working with computers and you like working on cars. You can be good for management. You can be good for estimating. You can be good for, like I said, repair planning, like getting all the P pages and figuring out the proper repair procedure per vehicle and having all that information ready for when the insurance comes. That's where the money's at right there. So there's a lot of opportunities with this, and maybe you're at a point where you're struggling to figure out, okay, what direction do I want to go? I'm not sure what my skills are. I'm not sure what I'm good at. There's assessment tests that you could take to figure out what you're good at and what you're not good at, and figure out what kind of people you need to partner with. So don't be discouraged just yet. What are some challenges and rewards of running a body shop? So let's talk about that. Let's get into the challenges first, right? The challenges first, just so that you're ready for this, is like you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands, and you're gonna have a lot of freedom, and that freedom can come with some costs, because you might not be as disciplined because you're your own boss, and you get to choose your own hours, and you get to work on whatever you want to do, right? And so the challenges are, you're gonna have to learn some skills. You're gonna have to learn management skills. You're gonna have to learn some sales skills, maybe organization skills, time management skills. Like, just because you're good at fixing cars, you might not be that good running a business because you don't have those skills. So you're gonna have to start to say, okay, you know what? I know how to fix cars. I need to know some basic skills, or I need to figure out how to find people to help me with those things. And so that's also a skill, is finding the right people to fit in those seats so that you can grow your business. Because if you're trying to do everything by yourself, you're going to get burnt out because you're not going to have enough time. I mean, you can have enough time, but you're going to have to be strict with yourself and say, okay, this time's for this is for this is for and most technicians, they're not that organized. They're not that, they don't like doing the detailed work. They like doing the work. They don't like doing the office work. And so that's going to be a problem, because you have to be comfortable doing the office work. You have to be comfortable doing some of that office work, especially if you want to transition to an owner. Because look, if you're thinking about opening your shop, you don't want to be a technician forever. You want to make sure that you can actually grow that business. And in order to grow that business, you're going to have to delegate some of those tasks to other people. So those are some of the challenges just moving forward. Maybe funding, maybe your credit, maybe just understanding how all that works. Maybe you have a family, maybe you have to deal with growing your business and your family. So there's going to be a lot of obstacles with that. And what I can say, what helped me deal with those obstacles was really finding the right people to mentor me and coach me, and telling me, hey, you know what, like, because it's all it is information. For example, if I didn't know how to market, right? I was like, man, I don't know how to market. I can't do this. It's hard. And until I got it with someone that was doing marketing, and I said, hey, teach me how to market, or can you help me market my business? And so whenever I understood it, then it wasn't a big deal anymore. A lot of times when it's something that we don't understand or we don't know, that's when it becomes uncomfortable. But once we educate ourselves on that particular thing, it doesn't become scary anymore. Like, it's not it becomes anything else. So a lot of times, whenever you fear something or whenever you're not uncomfortable with something, it's because you don't have enough information on that to make decisions. So you're kind of like stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And so those are some of the challenges. Some of the rewards is the body shop industry and the automotive industry is almost like a great equalizer, because you can go, let's just say, for example, you start off as a beginner technician, right? And you commit to learning and growing and showing up and being disciplined and not having these bad habits, not partying, not being crazy. And within a year or two, you're going to be making some good amount of money. You're going to be making some good amount of money. And think about it. Like you can be a dropout and be making $100,000. Think about it. You can have dropped out of school, no education, but if you apply yourself to this industry, you can be making $100,000. You know, and when I say it's like those are the rewards, is because look, now you're making as much as someone that went to college for 5 years, that has a degree, that had to earn a job. You know what I'm saying? That maybe they worked somewhere for 10, 15 years and they're making $100,000, but you're doing this in 3 years because you committed and you got good at what you're doing and you're able to make money. And because it's commission based, you're in control of your income. So now like you can work Saturdays, you can work Sundays, you can work late, and you're gonna be racking up some cash, right? So those are the rewards, and the rewards are you can go after your dreams a lot faster because you're more in control of your income versus being paid hourly, right? So you don't want to be exchanging, time for dollars. That's what they call it. You're giving your time for dollars. You want to be where you're maximizing your time for the most amount of dollars. So those are some of the rewards, and plus, like, there's so many different avenues you can go once you start making money. Because, like, think about it, if you start off as a technician and maybe the first year you're just starting off, you're struggling. The second year you start getting a little better. The third year you get a little better. By the fifth year, you should be pretty good to where you're making some good money. And the trick is not to get comfortable when you start making that money and say, okay, what is the next level? What is the next level? Because now I got the income. Now I can afford things. Now I can make some bigger decisions. What are those bigger moves going to be to set you up for the future? So we talk about a lot of that stuff. We're going to be talking about some of that stuff in the later chapters, but once again, like, we have these webinars every Tuesday. Like I said, this is chapter one of 17 chapters that we're going to go through, and these are the three PowerPoints that we shared tonight. But if you're wondering how you can get linked up or how you connect, go to stanmedina.com. I'm also on Instagram. You can send me a DM there. I will reply to your messages. You know, and the goal is to reach out. My thing is like this, and I'm gonna, if I may, go on a little rant for a little bit, but we're still in the grind. Like, we're still in the trenches of this thing, man. Like, we grind out every day. We're growing the business. We're growing our other businesses, and so I'm like in the trenches right now with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not someone that, I retired 5 years ago and I don't have nothing to do. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell people what to do. No, like, the stuff that I'm telling you is actually stuff that we're doing. And it's accurate, it's real time information. So it's not like something that's gonna be old information. It's like current information. It's what we're doing today. It's and if you enjoy this content or you find value in it, go ahead and, like, follow what we're doing, man. Just, like, subscribe to our channel because it's going to be real information, real time information. So if we make any pivots, let's just say next year we make a pivot with our business because I'm like, hey, you know what? This is what's going on in the industry. This is some pivots you might want to think about doing. These are some things you might do for marketing. This is some technology that's coming out, and we'll share those things on our channel. So once again, man, if you were interested in joining our webinars and being part of our group, go to stanmedina.com and you can find the information there. It is a fee of $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. That's not a problem. It's not going to be no tricky process and this and that. We're transparent. Like I said, I'm also on Instagram. If y'all want to reach out to me there, I can help you out. Sometimes I do get a lot of messages. And so sometimes I don't see them because they'll go into, like, the other, like, not in the main one, not the primary, but the other one, the request or whatever. Sometimes I won't see them. So the best thing to do is, like, get part of our network to where you're on our calls. You have my direct information. Like, you can reach me anytime. So once again, if this video was valuable, we have another one right here that'll give you 5 things to grow your business. Next time, guys. Later.